Spain has traditionally been a popular destination among Northern Europeans due to being well connected to other European countries, having a great weather, excellent food, and it is also much more affordable than the neighboring countries. However, more recently we have noticed that not only Europeans but many Americans are coming here too. In fact, over the last decade, the American population in Spain has grown at an average yearly rate of 5.5%, being one of the fastest growing communities here in Spain. Actually, Spain has been opening new flight connections every year with many cities in the United States. At this moment, you can easily find direct flights from Spain to over 12 different cities in the US. Now, here at the Emergent Investor Spain, about 75% of our clients are either Canadians or Americans, so we know exactly what their real estate, banking, and immigration needs are here in Spain. Now, based on the profile of the American clients that we have observed that most of them follow the same prototype. They have been very successful financially speaking, and now they see Spain as a potential place to invest in real estate, relocate with their kids, retire, or simply to spend a few weeks or months per year as a holiday destination. Now, to be completely honest with you, Spain will not offer you great job opportunities for American standards. Making big money here is something that only a very few can achieve, and it is very difficult if you start from zero. But Spain is the perfect country in which to enjoy life. As opposed to Americans, it's fair to say that Spaniards do not live to work, but rather we work to live. And this is something you will feel right away when you come here. And this is precisely why I believe that so many Americans are moving to Spain. Most of them already have a well-established career, significant savings and investments, or an important net worth, and they simply see Spain as a place where they can slow down and enjoy a more laid-back lifestyle, so to say. Now, all that said, the purpose of this video is to show you what are the top favorite places for Americans relocating to Spain. All the information shown in this video is based on our own experience, having worked with dozens, if not hundreds of Americans here at Emergent Investors Spain. And now you might wonder why this video is aimed at Americans only, and this is because of cultural differences. We have worked with clients from literally all around the world, and we have noticed that there are some patterns that clients from certain countries put more emphasis on. For instance, I could tell you that generally speaking, Chinese or even Asian property buyers mostly look for 2 to 3 bedroom apartment units in central locations of either Barcelona or Madrid. They don't used to like anything that goes beyond that. And naturally, we have rarely ever had a Chinese client looking for an independent villa or beach house. On the other hand, Americans tend to like bigger spaces, which could be independent villas or farmhouses on large plots of land, especially in the coastal regions of Valencia, Alicante, and Malaga. Now, obviously, we also had many Americans looking for a more European cosmopolitan lifestyle and prefer to buy a condo unit or an apartment in the city center, especially if the purpose of their purchase is to use it for a few weeks or months per year and then rent it out on Airbnb as a short-term or seasonal rental while they are not using it. So all that said, now let's take a closer look at the most demanded areas by our lovely American clients. The first one is Madrid City, and more specifically the central districts of Salamanca and Chamberí. The Salamanca district is well known for having the most expensive price per square meter in the whole country. At this moment, you could easily spend about 8,000 euros per square meter. Here in this area, we tend to prioritize the off-market research, and we like to aim at well-oriented apartments in high floors, in buildings with elevator, and most importantly, apartments in need of a renovation. Here we do not tend to recommend recently renovated properties because the price does not usually justify the renovation. If you buy to renovate and then renovate it yourself with our help, you will save a lot of money. Surprisingly enough, I have to mention here that this type of investment is mostly common among Americans with Hispanic background and also with high net worth individuals looking for long-term capital appreciation by investing in top prime areas in Europe. As for villas in Madrid, this is not something that Americans are very interested in, just like in Barcelona. About an 80 to 90% of our clients at least, they look for apartments and not villas when speaking of Madrid and Barcelona. Now, other important locations where many of our American clients ended up purchasing apartments or condo units are Malaga and Valencia. Malaga in particular got extremely popular since the pandemic, and more specifically the Old Town district. One good reason to invest there is that Malaga International Airport has direct flights to the US, which make it very convenient. However, over the last year or so, we have not been able to find good deals there because property prices have increased significantly, and many of our clients prefer, for the same budget, to purchase a way better real estate asset in other similar cities such as Alicante or Valencia. Valencia has become the most sought after city by our American clients, at least, as it is a very livable city, great place to invest, and as a city is not too big nor too small. You cannot imagine how many clients came here to Valencia as tourists for their first time, fell in love with the city, and decided to purchase a property here with us. The most demanded areas in Valencia, at least from our American clients, are the central districts of Gran Via and Ruzafa. My personal favorite here is Gran Via, but it is also the most expensive district. We could fairly say that this area is the equivalent of the Salamanca district in Madrid. If you can purchase a good apartment in need of a renovation at discount over market value and then renovate it yourself, you will certainly make a great investment in terms of both rental yields and long-term capital appreciation. However, unfortunately, those are not very liquid and efficient locations, and the supply is very scarce. On the other hand, we also had quite a few young American families looking for beautiful independent villas in Valencia, and for that, the top favorite locations are probably the gated communities of La Cañada and Santa Barbara, but there are many options in terms of villas. And now, for those who see Spain as a place to spend their holidays and what they want is to get away from the city, enjoy the sea, the good weather, and the great food, they tend to purchase a beautiful villa or semi-detached house in a beautiful coastal town along the Mediterranean coast. And here there are two areas that stand out, which are the Costa Blanca in Alicante province and the Costa del Sol in Malaga province. In the Costa Blanca, the most demanded spots are the coastal towns of Javea, Moraira, and Altea. But if they're looking for something more affordable, we used to bring them as well to the southern part of Costa Blanca, to places like Torrevieja or near Alicante City. In the Costa del Sol, the number one destination by far is Marbella, although the towns of Sotogrande and Estepona are also quite popular. Here in the Costa del Sol, you must be very careful and work with someone you trust, as this is probably the most speculative market I've ever seen in Spain. Every single time I go there, I feel like being in a different country. Most real estate buyer and seller agents are foreigners without a great general knowledge about Spain, Spanish, or real estate law and negotiation culture in Spain. So yes, you gotta be very careful if you want to purchase a property over there. And don't get me wrong, Marbella and the Costa del Sol in general is a beautiful place to invest. Now, my advice for those of you looking for a nice villa investment in Costa del Sol is to focus on location. Again, this is a highly speculative market, and trust me that as an international investor, you don't want to buy an overpriced and depreciating asset, but rather an asset in a liquid location that appreciates in value over time. So for that, the most important factor here is to focus on location and not so much on how beautiful the villa looks like in the pictures or renders. There are many gated communities that we could perfectly recommend in Costa del Sol, such as La Zagaleta, La Reserva, El Paraíso, or Los Flamingos. But please make sure to work with someone who protects your interests, not the seller's interest. If you're looking to purchase real estate in Spain, here at Emergent Investor Spain, we can provide all the real estate, banking, and immigration solutions that you will need. All the location and property research, negotiation and contracts management, legal due diligence and physical inspection, mortgage sourcing, bank account opening, visa application, you name it. We even provide property management services as well. And obviously, we only work for buyers to avoid potential conflicts of interest. If you're interested in knowing more about our services, please request a free assessment call with me through the link you will find in the description below. Thank you very much for watching.